Hello and welcome back to another coffee tasting video, Friday edition. Glad to have you here with us for the second time this week. And if it's your first time here, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're alerted anytime we drop a new video, which is every Tuesday. Well, we got the second video for the week as voted on by the patrons. As I was looking at the footage back from Tuesday, I noticed when I was holding up the pods that my hands were purple. And some of you probably noticed that too. We have been replumbing our backyard all weekend. And yeah, primer stains. Anyways, hey, without further ado, as voted on by the patrons again, we have our second coffee video for the week, and I'm not exactly sure how to say it, but I'll say it's Il Caffe, Il Caffe, Il Caffe. I don't know how you say it. Anyways, it's this one. Let's take a look at what they have to say. Let's take a look at the aromatic profile. Sipping, I'm just gonna call it Cafe. Sipping Cafe is a complete Italian coffee experience. Intensity with beautifully complex cereal and roasted notes, a velvety texture, and wood with coca aromas, followed by a lingering aftertaste. Interesting. Let's see what they say on the roastiness. The beans for this coffee are split roasted. We give a Robusta for a darker roast, so this should have some bite to it, for the intensity, and a lighter but slightly longer roast on the Colombian Arabica preserves acidity and develops a hint of nuttiness. Let's see what we got here. Roastiness 5. Wow. Acidity 1, bitterness 4, and body 4. Wow. This is a espresso shot, 1.35 ounces, intensity 11. Wow, that should be quite potent. Intensity 11, the body being up that high, the bitterness being up that, this is gonna be interesting. So let's take a look at the pods. Oh, they're stuck in there. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, kind of a neat one. Kind of a blue with gold, almost a triangle, diamond type pattern on it. What I do really like is it is actually labeled on the bottom with the correct name. So that's nice. Complex cereal, wood, and cocoa notes. Cafe, round 1. Let's go brew a shot. Cafe, round 1. Let's get this going. All right, this is done. Woo! Holy cow. That's got a lot of bite to the smell. Man. It's got a little bit of a, almost like a little bit of a wood, yeah, like a woody, like almost like a campfire smell to it. Interesting. Level 11? Boy, you can hardly even see light through it. So let's go give this a taste. All right, just fold in just a little bit of the crema here on this one. Wow. I'm going to tell you, just stirring this, it's thick. Like thick, thick, thick. In fact, I think I'm going to have the camera come over and look at this real quick. I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but that is like, I mean, the crema doesn't even move. That is thick. Wow. You can actually make it stand up in a mound on your coffee. Wow. Caffe, round one. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, first taste, excellent. Wow. Wow, that is so. Yeah, velvety. They mentioned cocoa notes. Yeah, cocoa notes. Woody, I smell it a little bit, the cereal. Man, that is good. Talk about smooth. It's got a wonderful, it's definitely got body. You can definitely tell that. In fact, I think they said it was level 4. It's got a very thick coating over your tongue, and the lingering aftertaste, excellent. Absolutely wonderful. Man, that's good. And I don't know if you see, that crema layer is still standing. It's crazy how thick it is. Mostly I taste like a little bit of a woody texture, or a little bit of a woody flavor. Very, very smooth texture, little bit of cocoa. The whole thing is, this is outstanding. I am 100% surprised on this outcome. In fact, I polished it off. It was so good. They don't really give another recipe, more than one, where they start talking about tonic water again and some lemon. I kind of looked on there. That's not something I'm gonna try. And then some of their other ones also involve alcohol. And as much as I would love to produce them how they're saying on here, I've kind of made a conscious decision that I wasn't going to at this point. Maybe in the future, but at this point, I'm not going to drift into mixing up alcohol with coffee and promoting that sort of thing on this channel. So just know that, yes, I'm aware of those recipes, but the tonic water, we had that last year with the Australian summer. That was horrible. The alcohol part of it, I'm just gonna avoid. So let's see if we can't maybe just put this with a little bit of milk. But man, this is so, that is so good. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's go round 2. Let's go brew another shot. Round 2, Caffe. Let's get this shot going. All right, we got that going. Now we're gonna get just 1.5 ounces of milk right in there. I'm gonna get this going here. And again, we're just gonna do it on normal froth. That's done. I was gonna use my bigger cup, but I think I'm gonna go to the smaller cup, because I think it will hold it all. Milk is done. So I'm gonna put the milk in first, pour this guy in and make it look nice. Oh, that didn't work. Well, I tried to get a little bit fancy to make it spiffed up. Boy, you can definitely see the separation. That's the oil layer in there. Probably why it has such a good coating and feeling on your tongue. Still smells amazing. Let's go give it a taste. Well, let's get this mixed. All right, Caffe, 1.5 ounces of milk. Let's give it a taste. Oh man. Now the woody is coming out a lot more, but it still has a very pleasant cocoa flavor. That's pretty good, but that was incredibly hard to beat. I wonder if this would benefit at all with just a hint of sweetener. I'm going to try to put about the smallest amount you can put in. So, man, that's probably a quarter of a pump. I'm going to give it just a little stir here. No, that doesn't. I didn't mention it before, but the milk really hasn't taken much away from that velvety, wonderful, smooth texture of that espresso. But to be honest, this is just outstanding by itself. I don't know what else you would do with it. I just had a thought. So I think I'm gonna do this one off camera, but I'll be right back. So what I did is I took our standard 20-ounce cup. I added 1 shot, 8 ounces of milk. I had the ice up to this first line here, so I don't know how many ice, but quite a bit of ice. I'm just gonna give this a little bit of a stir. Kind of thinking this one might do okay as an iced coffee. All right, so Caffe, 8 ounces of milk, iced. Let's give it a taste. That's not bad. That's not bad. That still has a wonderful coating and flavor coming through. It's mostly the cocoa flavor though. Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly the cocoa flavor that's coming through, along with just a hint of that woody flavor. So the woody flavor is really taking a back seat now. The cocoa flavor's a little more in front of it. But the whole thing is just velvety, smooth, and I'm gonna see if just a little bit of sweetener in it will. Let's give it 1 pump. I think this one might be my wife's new favorite. I can see that in the near future. I do believe. Oh! That's outstanding. Oh my goodness. 1 pump of sugar. This thing comes alive. Wow. And it's so different because here it really didn't. Oh, that is so pleasant. Velvety, textury, just smooth, and that sweetness with this a little bit of cocoa coming through. Oh man, that is delicious. Wow. 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 I think you probably know where the results of this one are going, but let's take a look at what they're doing here. Nespresso exclusives, Caffe, $1.10 a pod. Yep. Today, throw it in your cart. It's a purchase. 5 out of 5. This is outstanding. We always have to go back to what they originally told you to do with it, and that was an espresso. This was amazing. Probably Napoli, I believe. Level 13, I believe, was the other one that was one of my favorites of all time. This one, just right there. So good, so flavorful, so smooth. That texture and that crema. I don't know how to describe it till you just experience it yourself, because that is outstanding. With the 1.5 ounces-ish of milk, it was still pretty good. It held up, it tasted good. You had the woody cocoa notes came through, kind of almost equal. The woody notes definitely stepped up quite a bit from just there. And then we tried it as an iced coffee. Outstanding. With 8 ounces of milk, iced, and the shot, really good. Then we added 1 pump of sweetener and knocked it out of the park. This is, wow, that's all I gotta say. This is so good. Excellent. Thank you so much, patrons, for voting for that. That'll bring us to a close of another video. I thank you so much for your time. Man, get out and get this one. I don't think I've tasted one quite that good in a long, long time. That was outstanding. Wow. Ooh. If you would like to see something reviewed, providing it's with the original line or the virtual line of Nespresso, drop that down in the comments. I'll do my best to get it out to you. And for all of my patrons, you guys rocked it. You voted for these to be reviewed this week, and I thank you. That'll conclude the virtual line new releases. Next week, we'll start some of the original line stuff. Well, providing they don't sideswipe us with some more new releases. But next week should start the original line reviews, so we'll be looking at those next week. My patrons, as your names scroll by, thank you. Each one of you, thank you so much for supporting this channel. It does mean a lot to me. If you feel compelled to support the channel directly, join us over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/IPON70. It's the same as the channel, or you can visit us, and there's a link there at NespressoReview.com. You can follow us there. There's a bunch of media. Contest rules are there. Previous winners, all that stuff. But until Tuesday, have a great rest of your day.